I have in my home a cabined off space that is completely secure.
Hey, you can't say the President of the United States is always bad because he's really good at hiding information from the general public. Welcome back, beautiful and amazing human beings. My name's Zergadowski here of WeAreChange.org, and we have a plethora of just absolutely weird and bizarre news to get into today, especially when it comes to, of course, the Biden presidency, the upcoming economic problems, and, of course, Davos, providing some very weird, unique solutions to those problems that also work in their benefit. What a coincidence. If you like the shirt that I'm wearing, you can get it on thebestpoliticalshirts.com. And the clip we played in the beginning of this broadcast was done by the extremely powerful and talented Carpe Duncum, which we are going to be linking to his channel down in the description below. And this man from MAGA City, Kekistan, truly is a pretty impressive meme lord that we have to shout out, as of course the work he has done is absolutely incredible and definitely deserving of your time and subscription too. So definitely check him out when you get the chance to do that, as this latest Biden video was right on the money and highlights just one of many problems that the President of the United States is facing. All of this as he gave a very bewildering speech last night where he was supposed to honor Martin Luther King Jr., but actually made a big blunder there. We're going to get to that in a little bit, but we wanted to remind you that MLK Jr. was a civil rights leader, that of course the King family actually won a lawsuit proving that the U.S. government played a major role in his assassination. Yes, you heard that correctly. In a civil case in 1999, a jury, after hearing long and extensive evidence, ruled that the U.S. government played a major role assassinating Dr. King. Now, to be fair, the government then at the time was pretty busy assassinating a lot of international leaders, a lot of domestic U.S. leaders, a lot of politicians, some even say presidents. And personally, I know the lawyer that was representing the King family during this case, and I have to say that there is a very strong case to make here that it's pretty eye-opening, to say the least. This as to add insult to injury, yesterday the President of the United States used the opportunity of MLK Day to push out partisan political ideas that of course divide this country, spreading absolute nonsense and gibble out of his mouth, and even at one particular time forgot the name of the wife of Martin Luther King III while singing her happy birthday. No, that is not a joke. Here's the video of it.
Well, look, my wife has a rule in her family. When somebody's birthday, sing happy birthday. You ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear darling. Happy birthday to you. Well,
yeah, happy birthday. And that wasn't the only absurd moment of that speech, as Biden also used this opportunity honoring someone that the U.S. government most likely assassinated to call for more Americans to be disarmed. Yes, you heard that correctly. On MLK Day, a day celebrating a man that was most likely assassinated by the U.S. government, the U.S. government called for more people to be disarmed. Just when you thought it couldn't get more absurd, here we are, as of course Biden was talking about how we need to ban the number of bullets that can go into a magazine. Of course, just thinking of more nonsensical restrictions, just like the recent ATF stabilizing brace arbitrary rule that was was just put into place, as of course the US government said, hey, yeah, it's totally fine if you buy this, and now you're going to be a felon if you have this. Absolutely nonsensical laws that of course put a lot of law-abiding citizens that were doing the right thing, that were following the law, at risk of being felons now, all because the federal government decided that illegal action is now illegal. This, as of course the bump stock ban was also just overturned in a court of law, as the government is becoming more and more aggressive when it comes to limiting people's ability to be able to defend themselves, as of course crime is skyrocketing in many gun-free zones where people do not have the right to defend themselves. They do have an overbloated, bureaucratic, high-tax state or city that of course usually has very high wait times for police to respond to you. But that, of course, is Biden's America, which is only going to get more violent and more crazy from here. And this is why I'm so happy to have LukeUncensored.com, our own members area where you get to meet like-minded individuals. We have a forum. We all get to talk to each other. We all get to meet other fellow members. And there is a lot of members. There's also a boatload of questions that you guys are asking me. I will answer all of your questions if you are a member, as we are still continuing our AMA, which is getting very spicy and very interesting. Love the questions, love the support. Through our discussion, I was also able to find out about bacteria biome toothpaste, which is actually awesome because I bought it after talking to one of the members here. I'm using it, I'm testing it out, just like a lot of other particular health things that I'm working on, which is going to be developed with other members through, of course, our forum. Today, we're also going to be doing an exclusive video for members talking about all the stuff that we cannot talk about here on this particular broadcast. Lots of very spicy issues, hot button issues that are not safe for this particular platform, and we're going to save that conversation and continue to have a larger AMA with you guys right after this video is done. It's going to be a good one, and I will see you there after this video, as of course we're still not done here. As of course officially now we have the first start of the Davos World Economic Forum meeting, which, according to the Wall Street Journal, is in a somber mood. Why is it in a somber mood? Well, there's bad economic outlook because the same people who attend Davos, the big bankers and big corporate heads, took too much for themselves, locked down and shut down small businesses, and now we, of course, have a very negative outlook on the future of the economy. Is this one reason why Bill Gates and George Soros pulled out of the Davos meeting last minute? Well, that's a question that a lot of people are asking themselves. There's a lot of conspiracies surrounding why they actually left here. The corporate media is talking about how the absence of such A-listers is a trouble for the world, but also for globalization as well, doing their average shilling and begging, scum licking like they always do, trying to buy themselves favors with the ruling elites, as of course they eagerly await taking their orders from their rulers, who are becoming more benevolent and absolutely out of touch with reality. This as private jet-loving John Kerry just came out and talked about how everyone at the meeting is, quote, a select group of human beings that are special because something or someone touched them at some point, and essentially gave them a savior complex, which he calls the experience, quote, extraterrestrial, as it's their job to, quote, save the planet. Now, are these people saving the planet? No, this is just a PR, bland, generalized talking point by individuals who have a lot of scruples and a lot of skeletons in their own closet, as of course we're also hearing that the prostitution business is booming in Davos this year, while of course the rest of the economy is being wrecked. This as we're learning that demand for working girls has skyrocketed during this economic summit, as many of these annual leaders that want to save the world or buying themselves a lot of whores. And hey, if you could control humanity, why not buy yourself a little slave as you're patting yourself on the back, telling everyone how great of a human being you are and how you're there to really save the world.
That we, select group of human beings, because of whatever touched us at some point in our lives, are able to sit in a room and come together and actually talk about saving the planet. I mean, it's so almost extraterrestrial to think about.
Who are they saving the planet from? Well, of course, you and all the other poor plebs out there. They're not the special ruling elites that have their own slaves. Duh! Obviously, this, as of course many members of Davos who are also members of Bilderberg, like Ursula von der Leyen, the president of the European Commission, is salivating at, quote, the next decade that will see the greatest industrial transformation of our time, many of, quote, any time, specifically describing the fourth industrial revolution that has been talked about by, of course, Klaus Schwab. This, as the World Economic Forum is going full technocratic, talking about quantum computing, artificial intelligence, and a technological revolution that will upend the roots of our normal society very soon. Now, what they are talking about is real. It is coming. And especially when it comes to things like quantum computing, breaking encryption, breaking any form of privacy, doing research, doing studies, specifically when it comes to also big pharma developed pharmaceuticals that have a certain goal at certain things that they want to accomplish. This is why Klaus Schwab is on record saying that, quote, bioengineering is the next general purpose technology. Like the internet before it, bioengineering has the potential to influence and alter society through political, economic, and social structures. This, as of course these technological advancements will be in the hands of a lot of these Davos elites that not only will be making record profits off of it, but will be using advanced technology that will give people godlike power and authority for their own personal benefit. And as we know from previously what the World Economic Forum has called for, they are calling for a serfdom. They are calling for a peasant society that is arbitrarily ruled by the whims of a few selected sociopathic elites that will be deciding what is right for them and is right for everyone with their own whims. Who's going to be developing a lot of this technology? Well, companies like Johnson & Johnson, who for decades knew that there was asbestos lurking in their baby powder and still decided to sell it to the general public. What other companies are involved here? Well, companies like Pfizer, AstraZeneca, Moderna, Google, Alphabet, you name it. Amazon as well. All these top technological advancements are being developed right now and still could be utilized right now, and we might not even know about it. Now, what's really going on here? What's going to be, of course, the ramifications of this technology hitting society? Well, I think it's fair to say that it's definitely not going to be something good for everyone. Well, this is something that I think we should start having very serious conversations about. And sadly, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, especially from a real and honest perspective. And what these guys are talking about, banning private property, banning people from having cars, people living in pods, eating bugs, not having any privacy, sharing everything while owning nothing is a recipe for disaster. And if you agree, and if you think there should be a bigger conversation, share this video with your friends and family members. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys doing that, and this is why I love you guys. Stay tuned for more here on wearechange.org. One more video right now available for you on LukeUncensored.com. See you there.